just got checked out by the doctor. And you look perfect. Hey! This is mom's first instinct that something's wrong with her baby, and therefore I made a doctor's appointment that we are currently driving to right now. Good morning. She's nursing now. So, she's really chowing down. One of the things that we're struggling with right now, apparently I have a pretty strong letdown. So she tends to choke while she's drinking her breast milk. So I have to like pace her. Okay, hold on. Take a little break. Yeah, take a break. Hello. Okay. Okay, we're back. My husband went out to get us some breakfast right now, and then he goes to sleep after we eat breakfast because he stays up all night to watch her. And I know that we can't do this forever. Like, we can't just stay up all night and watch her forever. But she spits up randomly, like milk will just come out of her mouth. And the thought of that happening while she's in a position to choke on it, while we're sleeping and we can't help her, is just terrifying. So my husband's been on the graveyard shift, just like watching her all night long and like playing video games and watching TV. Obviously she has to eat every 2 hours, so he wakes me up every couple hours if I don't wake up on my own. And the whole feeding process can take like 40 minutes or so, and then I go back to sleep, but he stays up all night. It's not sustainable, but it's what we're doing right now. I don't know. Oh my goodness, you're so cute. So, we just got checked out. Yeah, you just got checked out by the doctor. And you look perfect.
Nice and normal, nothing to worry about. Oxygen levels at 100%. You're how many pounds now?
8.5.
So she's like a full pound over birth weight.
Doing great. Hey, right now we are at my parents' house, so we're at the lake. We just needed to get out of the house for a little bit. Also, I kind of missed having my mom around to help. What is this dog doing? Twister, can you please explain? Can you explain how this is gonna end up? Okay. All right. Okay, there we go. Nice one. My parents were staying close to us for the first 2 weeks, and then they came home and I missed them. So since my husband is on paternity leave anyways, might as well be up here. A nice change of scenery, a beautiful view of the lake. You know, it's good for my mental... It's good for my mental health. It's good for our sleep because my mom really helps like let us have a nice nap before we get into the night shift. Anyway, we are here and we don't really know how long we're gonna be here for. I'm just realizing this whole vlog update, I've had like lullaby music in the background and I have not addressed why that is. She's in a little swing right now. My parents bought from OfferUp last night. Side story, they got into a little fender bender on their way to pick up this swing and they're fine, everything's fine. Somebody hit the car behind them and the car behind them hit them, so they got less of the force, but they still definitely have damage that needs to be fixed on the car, and it's probably going to be way more expensive than it even looks. And my parents still showed up at the house and still got the swing and still brought it home. Like, anyway, she loves it. I am so grateful. She loves the Mamaroo. She loves this little swing, this little Fisher-Price swing. So that's why there's lullabies in the background. But anyway, everything I do now when I do like a vlog update is so scatterbrained. I feel like my whole life is just scatterbrained right now. The days have blurred together. But I will tell you this. At 2 weeks and 6 days postpartum, my husband and I are feeling better. She just cracks us up. She makes us laugh with her stretches and her grunts. How much she loves her milk, like when she's breastfeeding. She's like a loud eater. She makes the funniest sounds. Like she loves her food. We're so madly in love with her. Anyway, I'm gonna have some leftover sushi for breakfast while I wait for my husband to get back from his gym time. And yeah, and then we're gonna just kind of go about our day. Hi guys. I feel like such a terrible mom because I totally forgot when she last ate. I'll just offer her the boob in a little bit and see if she wants it, and we'll go from there. And since I had a little bit of free time, I actually put on my makeup today. But anyways, we have a baby sleeping on a swing. My husband is getting some much needed nap time right now. Today is going to be 3 weeks postpartum. It's just crazy how fast the time is flying. And this is probably like the second time I've actually done a full face of makeup in 3 weeks. But you know what sucks? You know when you do like a whole face of makeup and then as soon as you're done, you realize you forgot to brush your teeth? Anybody relate to that? Now, I'm not gonna brush my teeth. I'll brush them tonight before I go to bed. I will make sure I don't end this day without brushing my teeth. But I'm not gonna brush my teeth right now. I literally have fresh lipstick on. My foundation around my mouth is gonna come off. I'm gonna have to touch up everything. I'm not gonna do it. So today, the plan is we're gonna go to this local little coffee shop in the town. We're gonna grab a drink, and I think that's pretty much it. Good morning. Are you ready for your breakfast? Hey, what the? This outfit is too big on her, but she had a blowout in her other outfits, so this is what my parents had in the drawer. Gonna get some coffee. Just kidding. Mom and Dad don't drink coffee. But we're gonna get a drink from the coffee shop. Something delicious. And you just had your milk. Daddy's getting the stroller out. Hi. Hit it with your hand. Yeah. Yay! Good job! Hi. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today started out a little interesting. This is mom's first instinct that something's wrong with her baby, and therefore I made a doctor's appointment that we are currently driving to right now. I feel like she has like a cold, probably. Something like that. She's been mucousy. It gets worse at night. Like the daytimes I'll be like, oh, I think she's fine. And then night comes around and like things are worse. She's like really loud at night when she sleeps. It gets wheezy. She grunts like super intense, like, and she's not pushing out a poop. Sometimes she is, but there are a lot of times when she's not pushing out a poop. I kind of bring it up to the doctors and they're like, oh, you know, Babies have weird sleep patterns. They grunt sometimes, and that's normal. Everybody keeps saying that everything's fine, but I just have been feeling for a little while that something's not quite right. She'll be fine. Like, I have confidence that whatever it is, it's pretty minor, very mucusy. So when she cries, it's almost like Chewbacca, like she's like gurgling. She just started doing this like dry cough, like a hacking thing. And so I was looking things up last night, and there were a lot of different things. It could be a cold, it could be asthma, she could have allergies, she could have COVID, you know, like all these things could have something to do with all these other things. So I made a list of those things. I decided last night to myself, I was like, I'm gonna make an appointment. Now that I have this list of possibilities, even if the doctor is like, oh, it's fine, that happens, I'm gonna be like, okay, so how do we know it's not a cold? How do we know it's not COVID? How do we know it's not RSV? How do we know it's not, like, can you tell me why you don't think it's these things? Or can we do some tests to rule them out just to make sure they're not these things? I also made a list of her symptoms. This morning, she had a poop. This one had mucus in it. It was like stringy. Future Aria, sorry that I'm telling this much information about you. And I looked that up. It can be linked to a cold. So anyways, it's probably a cold, but I know there's something going on. So we're getting her checked out. I managed to find an appointment near my parents' house. So that's what we're going to right now.
Big baby.
Well, she's got a cold. We gotta take care of our sick little baby. There are things that we need to look out for, like the way that she's breathing, her belly breaths. She showed us like these lines on her rib cage. If they're retracting pretty intensely, then it means she's really struggling to breathe and that we should take her to the hospital. Other than that, she told us to put like some saline spray in her nose to help the congestion. And then also she noticed she was a little bit bloated. We got some little gas drops for her. And then we also got some vitamin D drops because that's apparently a thing that newborns should have because they're just naturally vitamin D deficient. But the other thing is that they made us get a flu shot. So I got a flu shot. So here we are. We both did. Ah! When will the needles end? Normally I say no to a flu shot. Don't come for me. But usually the flu shot is one that I just kind of skip out on. I literally talked to a doctor about it one time when I was at the doctor's. And I was like, so tell me more about this flu shot. How effective is it? Just give me an explanation. I want to learn more about it. Because here's the thing. Total in my whole life, I think I've had the flu 5 times. So it's not that scary to me, first of all. And obviously through my whole life since I've avoided needles, I've been like, I'll get the necessary stuff, but is the flu shot really that necessary? So I asked a doctor one time, and he straight up said they are guessing when they're making the flu shot. As the season approaches, they're like, I think this is the strand that's gonna infect people this year. And I'm like, okay, and what is the percentage of like success? He said it's about 60%. About 60% of the time they're right. So it just always made me feel like, okay, I really don't see the point. Especially since I'm scared of needles, why do I need to get this? You know what I mean? But today, they're like, oh, the flu shot, oh, the flu shot. If you're protecting yourself, less likely that she'll get it. So they're bringing the baby into it. They're guilting me into it. So I said, screw it.
I think I said yes.
Yeah, you said yes, and they assumed that meant both of us, and I didn't say no. And then I almost got out of it because the nurse came back and brought the after visit summary for Aria and then was like, okay, you guys are good to go. But she didn't come in with the stuff. Like the nurse was supposed to give us the shot. And then I was thinking about being like, okay, see you later. And then my husband's like, excuse me.
You forgot to collect our homework?
Yeah, you're that kid. You forgot to collect our homework actually? And everybody in the class is like, ah. He's like, we were supposed to get a flu shot. And I was like, thanks. Anywho, now we are going to Walmart. We're gonna get more diapers, more wipes, and then we're also gonna get a humidifier because the doctor suggested a humidifier for when she sleeps. We're getting all the things because
we're extra.
Because we're extra, and this is our first baby, and it's her first sickness, and we need to treat her.
To be extra.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh yeah. Also, her poop is fine. Aria, if you're watching this from the future, your poop is fine.
With one hand, hold the baby's hands. With your other hand, put 2 to 6 drops in each nostril. Put your legs side by side, not crossed. Then you lay her flat with her head kind of in between your legs.
I know.
And then hold her hand, 2 to 6 drops.
In each nose, 2 to 6.
In each nose, 2 to 6.
I'm not really sure. Oh,
There.
Okay.
Okay. Good job.
And she has to stay for how long?
1 minute to 2 minutes. Good job. Good first try, baby. Good first job.
Shiver, shiver, oh no. At the thought of someone new with their hands all over you. Need a way to numb the pain. I'm down and liquor only. Is she prettier than me? Would she give you what you need?